when you log into your the back end of your website, it's going to come up this dashboard. It's going to have a lot of information on here. I'm going to let you spend time looking at it. Right now you have 8 posts and 17 pages. Not a lot to work with, but we're going to go over here to the left-hand column, and it's going to have all these different things along here. And right now I just want you to focus on one thing. Well, actually 2 things. One is listings. So this listing section here, I'm going to show you how to add a listing there. There's another one called Easy Property Listings, and it's under this one here, Properties, where you add new here. So I'm going to let you look at both of them and decide which one do you like the best. So I just write a blog post and put videos and content and pictures into it and publish. You might want to do it this way, and I'll show you what the examples are and what the differences are. So right here in listings, we're going to click on listings. It's going to open up this section here. Now this is just a fake photo of one of your listings here. This is a new listing that this great team in Long Beach has going on soon. It's a coming soon property, not fully launched. If we click on the edit word right there, edit word of the day, and in edit we have content. So you could take the property description of a listing that you've listed, and then you could rewrite it, or you could try one of those new AIs to rewrite your content so it's different than everybody else online who has your listing displaying on their websites. Then you would put a picture. I know this is a picture of a property on Tweedy and Downey, not Santiago in Long Beach, but I put it in here. And here's how I did that. In case you wanted to put a picture in the content, you would take your mouse and click on, let's say down here right before this home is ready. And then I went to add media. Then I would find a picture, which I picked this one. Let's pick this one, which is one on Hawthorne, and I'd hit insert media. But before I did that, I would probably take the address right here. We'll just put it as 430 Santiago, but I'm sure you can go back and change it later, Avenue, so that we'd be telling Google this is the address of this property here. It's important if I can spell right. Don't put anything in the caption area. We'll talk about that another day in person. Down here you can put it in the description. You hit insert post. Bam! It's going to appear here. You go, I don't like it right there. Not a problem. Let's have it like this. And then you can flip it over here. And these are the align tools right here. And when you hit on them, it will actually build a little space in between the picture and the content. Bam! There you go. You want to make it a little bigger? We'll talk about how to do that. Can't really use this one because it's already coded CRMLS. I'm going to delete that. You can't use it because it's copyrighted by CRMLS. So you have to use original photos when you do stuff like this. So this one I think is clear. Insert that one. And like where it's sitting, we're going to put it like this so the content goes around it. I hit the pencil icon here, and then there's alternative text. Now this is for people who are blind, but it's also for the search engines. So I would put in here the address of the property, 430 Santiago Avenue. So I'd put like that, and then I would copy that, and I would probably stick it here in the image title attribute. And if I wanted to link it to an IDX listing, maybe on another website or your current website, if you had Showcase IDX or something, we'd have an exact page. We could paste it right in here so that if they ever clicked on the image, it would go right to the listing details. If I wanted a bigger photo, I could go in here and I could select, let's say 400 by 300, and then I would just hit update, and that would make it bigger right there. And then also what I want to do is whatever the picture of the house is, I want to go over here to the bottom, and there's a section called featured image. I want to make sure every single property has a featured image. I'm going to remove this one so I can show you how it goes in. You click on featured image. This appears in search, and it also appears when somebody searches on your website for the property. So it's really important to label it properly. I don't know what picture we picked last time, but go back with this one here. These measurements are way too big. but we'll talk about that. Let's pick up Yvonne in Anaheim. I'm going to click on that. That would be our featured image right there. And in this simple version of adding a listing, I've already put in the address of the property. I don't have an actual photo, so I didn't really put one in here. Created this content. This might be some of your content, and I just reworded it accordingly. And then I put a heading here. This is an H2 tag. The H1 tag is going to be in this section here. This is always an H1 tag. Don't have to do anything special for it. Just type in a headline. We're just using the address in the headline here. And then here you have your photo. You have a little bit of description. You have another headline. And so we used right here an H2 tag. Or it could be an H3 tag or an H4. It's just like an outline you'd have in college when you're writing a paper. That's the same thing this is in WordPress. We'll make that an H2 tag. Then we'll have bedrooms, bathrooms. There's a utility basement. Maybe some potential ways on how to use it or update it. Contact phone number you can put there, or you could leave it off altogether. It's up to you. Then I have map to 430 Santiago. So what I did was I took 430 Santiago Avenue and I copied it, and I went over to Google Maps. I'm not sure if you know how to do this, so I open up Google Maps, I drop the address in here, I hit search. It'll pinpoint the property. Then I go to the share button right here, and I want to embed the map. So I hit embed map. I click on copy HTML. Then I go back to our listing here, and I go down into this section here, which would have been empty, and I just paste it right in. And then wherever I want to place this map, let's say this was not here. That's called a short code there. I'd go right here. That's where I want to place the map. I'd go over here and put send to text editor. So all it did was send a short code of the property map that we just created in Google Maps and pasted it into this section here. Pasted it right where we want it in this section here of the website for this listing. Same with the video. I took a sample video here in YouTube. Let's see, YouTube. I think I did. Here's YouTube. And I'll show you how to do this quickly so you can 2674 Delta, the best listing in the world. Someone would just buy it, close it up. That'd be awesome. Long Beach. There it is. 20 big views. Got more on Google Shorts, so please do Shorts because you get a lot more views. Just for this example, we went in and clicked on the video. It's just a video slideshow. I don't have a TV crew following me all over. I hit the share button, and I want to go to embed. And I go over here and I want to copy all of the content or the code here. I hit copy. Then I go back to the listing, and in this section here, which would be open when you're creating a new one, I just paste the copy in. Then it says send to text editor. So I got to go back up here and place, here I put the video. I want to put the code there. So I hit send to text editor, and it drops the short code right in here. This is a headline I created, and this I put an H4 tag because this is an H3 tag, and this was an H2 tag, and that's how I would do it. And then I would add it in and put all the details of the property here. And then I like the wide version. Some people like content plus a sidebar. You could do it that way, but it's just going to display blog posts on the sidebar here, so I suggest this way. I'll show you what that looks like right now. So we'll hit the content with the sidebar. Oh, before I go to that, let me tell you what else goes on here. I get a little too fast here. The way the SEO plugin works, I got way too ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. I use Rank Math SEO. You have the Rank Math SEO Pro Edition that I pay for. It has general, advanced, schema, and social. So let me explain those before I show you what it looks like with a sidebar and without a sidebar. So in here, anytime you add a page, a post, a listing, it's going to want to say what is the keyword for that page. Not 14 keywords for the page, just one keyword per page. So we pick the address here. I can click Edit Snippet, and that bolds up this screen here, and I put the title of the page in here. It might say, without this, let me just 86 it out, it's going to have all this gobbledygook in here. Forget about it. Make sure you have a hard-coded title in there. I put listings to agents here because I want it to stand out a little bit more. But remember, I can't go past 60 characters. So this one's right at 56. Sounds good to me. If I go to 62, it chops it up. Google will chop it off. Let's look. See how it chops off all the extra junk we have in there? So let's keep it under 60. Closer to 56 is best. Same with the permalink. Now it says 99 characters here. That's because you're on a staging site of luxurystudioCityCondos.com. You're on the staging site for your new website. And so that's why it's so long. But try to keep it under 75 if possible characters in the permalink, which is part of your URL. I think I know all these things by now. Then you write a description here. Do not put all your contact information. Don't drop your phone number in it. Just talk about the property. Get somebody interested. If they saw it in the search engines, would they click on it? And as you see, there's an example up above. There's a title, and this is the description here. It appears in search. Let's see, just like I typed in YouTube here at Bing, I came up with YouTube and a bunch of site links, and just like here, YouTube and a little description. And that's how it pops in search. Let's go. Yeah. Get a little too fast sometimes. Sorry about that. Okay, social. When I click on the social tab, it's going to pull the featured image right in here. So whenever you share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or any other social media, when you're sharing listings, make sure you have a featured image. So as a part of this entire listing here, there's a featured image section at the bottom down here, and you would I'm going to hit remove image. I want to add an image. I click on it. I go to the media. If I don't have it here, I upload it. So it means I took a picture of it. You do not use CRMLS pictures because you'll get busted. They're all copyrighted. Once you upload them, they copyright everything. So if this was your picture here that you took an original photo, or you got one from Canva, if you have a pro account there, you can use them for free. So you click on the photo. Then you would put the address of the property in here, or like this was a moving to Long Beach photo for a big blog post that I wrote. What I would do is I would just copy this. Whatever the one keyword is, it goes right in here. This is the alt text is really for people who are impaired, who are, can't read it. It pops up and it reads to them, or they can read it that way. But you can put the address in this location here. And then in the description, do not put anything in caption. It's not going to give you any bonuses, and it's going to look crappy on your website. Then you hit set to featured image. Then that will appear right here. And that's going to appear when anytime people search on your website, or when they do a Google, Yahoo, or Bing search, and those three major search engines pull a picture, a featured image, next to the listing. So that happens when we're here on YouTube. I want to see whoever that person is. Let's see. I don't know if I can get something like 2674 Delta Avenue, most popular website, most popular listing in the world. See, look here. It was in Redfin. Redfin pulled an image off the website. This is a featured image here that Zillow popped, and wherever that fancy Red Wagon Team website is, it pops that as well. Oh, here it is. Didn't pop one here. Oh well, bummer. But that's what I would do. Let's see. Let's go back over here. We don't want any comments, so I never click the buttons here. And then you say, wait a minute, Jay, I see 4 errors. That's right. There are only 218 words on this page. You need at least 600 to 1,000. So get your creative juices flowing. When you talk about the listing here, and you're giving them basic details, if you had an IDX product like Showcase IDX, you could link, you could write it in this section here or in a blog post, and then link it back to the IDX platform so you get double the pop on it for ranking in the search engines. But when you don't have one, all you can do is write out the content here, hope somebody calls you. So I put a call phone number here. I probably set it up a little bit different, but since you don't have active IDX running right now, this is how we have it set up. Down here, very simple stuff to fill in. Just fill in all the basic details, coming soon, active now, for sale, and it will create all the details. I'll show you how that looks like in just a minute. Okay, I go a little fast for some reason. Okay, so anytime you have something down here, 2 errors. What are the errors? Your title doesn't contain a positive or negative sentiment word. So you click on this link and learn all about that. Your title doesn't contain a power word. You know what a power word is? Click on the link, open it up in a separate tab, learn all about it. Additional here. URL is 99 characters long. It's only because we're on a staging site. No outbound links. So in your content here, to create an outbound link, and we're just doing this a full-on live thing here. You would click this. You want to highlight the text. I don't know where I'm going with this. You click on a link here, and you would click on this sprocket and say, let's say it was, I don't want to say Google, but it was some kind of Wikipedia site. Let me just pull one here. Wiki. See, when you're doing it on the fly, you don't have it planned out, this is what happens. Wikipedia, all right. So if I wanted to link the word creativity to a page on Wikipedia, I'm just grabbing a Wikipedia URL. I'd put that in here. Why does Google want you to show a resource? That's because they want you to know that you actually did some research. So you're making, not junk content, but real content. So the link text was creativity that we highlighted. And now I'm going to hyperlink it by putting this outbound website to it. Now I'm opening it in a separate tab. Please check the box. Please don't just Jay just told me to hyperlink it, and then what will happen is it will just appear on your same page and wipe out all your SEO. I would hit about and mention, put add a link, and now there's a link under it. When it's in a different color, it appears that way. But if you don't have it click to open a tab, it just appears right on this page here, and then just wipes out your whole or the consumer's experience with the property and the website. I know it's a lot to say in a video, huh? Sorry. I do better just demo in person. Okay, so here we went through all this down here. The advanced is we always want it indexed in Google. If for some reason you don't want it indexed, you click on no index. It doesn't appear in search then. And then you have schema. In schema, you have you'll want to hit schema generator. You always want to start as an article because you're writing an article, whether it's a listing or not. In the article, you'll have this schema. This is extra code that it tells Google, Yahoo, and Bing what your page is about. So it's really important to have it. So I just put in your headline here. I guess I could add CA and then the zip code and then write a description. It will pull a SEO description from the general tab, but I would say write one anyway. You don't need keywords. I just put keywords in here as an example today, but search engines don't look at those anymore. At least that's what they tell us. Now we hit save to post. When you're running an open house, I want you to have an event schema. This is going to make a big difference. I do this for open houses. I do this for events when I write about the 4th of July or New Year's Eve, and I get so much more traffic when I put the event schema in. So it's really important, even though this video is kind of long. Event schema, I click on it, I put in a title. Don't put anything in short code, custom short codes area, but I put a description in and a title. Those are the main things that I do. And then down below, since it's an event, so you have an open house on a Saturday and Sunday, you have an event, you can call it the, for this team is the Craig and Carrie show. Let's see, I'll call it the Carrie and Craig show. Craig open house. Carrie gets a little building there. And then the venue is just your website, and then you put the address in here, 430 Santiago. I don't think it's the avenue that way. And I would put in Long Beach, or put, locality. I put Alamitos Heights here. Now, if I had a page of content for Alamitos Heights, I would hyperlink Alamitos Heights. It's a little more coding in here, but they would click on it, they would go deeper into the website. That's a long story. I can tell you. I can show you in person someday. This is Long Beach. It's important if I spelled correctly. Then I scroll down to postal code. I think it's 90814. The country is USA. If it's a person, I'd put that. If it's an organization, I just put the Craig. It's important if I can spell his name right. Craig and Carrie show. Or team. There you go, team. And then I would just put a link back to the main website. And then start dates. Definitely put a start date and an end date. And make the start date unique when you're doing open house. So you click on this little calendar here. Make it start at 104 or 107 or 108 or some weird number. Because when you hand out an invitation or a flyer and you have weird numbers, people will show up just because it has weird numbers in it and ask you why. And that's just another conversation that you're not going to have if you don't have it in there. If you just put 1 to 4 like everybody else has, what makes you unique and different? Nothing. So put it from 1 o'clock to 4:14, or just, figure out whatever number you're going to go with that day and time. Put it in here. It'll stand out. It works great when you're doing events for New Year's Eve, 4th of July, car shows, the different events within the city, and then end time. So the end time I have 4:16 p.m. on June 4th. Apparently you have one then. URL for offers. Okay, so if you had a page of content for offers, you just want people to go there. You can put that in. You can put the price in, which is $14.99, like that. There's the price. USD will be US dollars. So make sure you put that in. Is it in stock? Let's see, pre-order, out of stock. Put in stock. Price is valid from. Just make a date up. So if it's you took a listing on the 17th, you want to put it on the 17th, bam, there you go. How many do you have in stock? You have 1. Awesome. What do you rate it? It'll come up as 0. Everything's a 5 since it's a 1 to 5. Don't need pros and cons. You hit save to post. So when you go up here higher to the right, now we're scoring at 80. I would put update. So far now I've got a picture, I've got a map, I've got a video. I don't have the right video in yet, but picture, map, video, and it scored. Now we're at 77 of 100. Awesome, we're getting closer to 100 of 100. If I had more content in here, I'd score a higher number. When we scroll down and we go back to general, we'll see we're at 218 words, getting closer. So the more you add in, the higher your score. It just makes it more optimized for the search engines. No guarantee it's going to be on page 1 of Google, but you're getting closer. So we have it here right now. We have it set up for content and a sidebar. I mentioned that earlier. We're going to go up and we're going to click on this here, open a new tab. Oh, it looks beautiful. There you go. So we had a page header here, which is just really a scenery area. This will say the date, and then it will say whoever's the author. Right now we don't have the author on there. But remember when we have content here and a sidebar. Now the sidebar is pulling recent blog posts. I'm sure there's a way I could tweak it out so it doesn't say that. I just like to do it with the full width method here. So when I click on it, it just appears faster on the phone and on the personal computer in speed and load time. Still now it's 77 over 100. And the header picture was right here. So what you want to do is when you put a header picture in here, make sure it says the address. So I don't have one that says the address here. It has to be 1640 by 924. So like this is your home page. It's 1640 by 924. And it's in WE, B as in boy, P as in Paul. Do not put it in PNG file. Do not put it in JPEG file. Why? It slows the website down to a crawl. This is the new web format. Please do it that way. Otherwise, I mean, you can do it any way you want when you own the website, but just trying to give you some words of wisdom in that. So that's what that looks like. Go back to the scenery shot here. You can have a picture of the front of the house like this one here. If it was big enough, these are too small. These are 600 by 400. So we're just taking this for example today. And then let's see. Oh, so right here, edit the image. So if this said 430 Santiago, oops, if I could spell right, 430 Santiago Avenue. There. I clicked it back this way. Usually the score goes up higher. We're at 77 out of 100. Usually goes up a little higher if you do it that way. So you kind of tag the photo. Let's see what happened. Nope, 75 out of 100. Still need more content on the page. So we covered featured image. This is the page header. Page header. Don't put anything in here. Sidebar, featured image, layout, schema. This is what it would look like in social media if you shared it. Let's see, what else? Oh, over here. So all the features in the property, when you take a listing, you can copy them all, put a comment behind each one of them. They all appear here. And then once you have enough features going on, in the future, you'll be able to just click here and select a feature. And then you would just hit, let's say, bedrooms down. Those don't have an extra one in here. No. If you just click them, they would all appear in there. So lots of ways of doing it. Now, here's the other thing. So we are going to update. I expect you to go in and change this content and change the photo and all the other stuff on it. There's another one over here, Easy Property Listings. I want you to go check that out, see if you like that one better. It's set up differently. It's completely different than this one. and it has a look and feel when it's done. Let's see where that is. Hold on one second here. Okay, so that one has a different look and feel on a website. It would display it like this. So this is the guy who developed it. It's a free plugin for your WordPress website. So once you got done adding all the content, it would look kind of like this on the front of your website, and then your sold would look like this, and you know, may see benefit in doing that. There's lots of things you can do with it, but I gave you a couple different options. So you can use the easy property listings. Just click on add a new listing, see how you like it, or mess around with this temporary one I put here. And then over here, the one we just went over in the video, when you click on listings, you'll see this temporary one here. Change the photo out to the real photo. And then just kind of, there should be a category in the back there. Let me see that real quick. And you just want to be able to learn each of the modules so you can get them done quickly. Or what I do is I just write a blog post about it all, and I don't use these modules. Let's see. There's a category in the back here. Nope, no category attached to these. Okay, so just test it out, see what you think, and go from there.